Okay, need that, and need the frying pan. But disaster may have already struck my bear camp. Guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to fill up my water jug. Looks like somebody put up some flagging there, probably to mark the spot. I'll try to get right in the spot where I had my tent, because that was flat, so. Oh yeah, there's my fire ring. It's all destroyed, but I can fix that. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Just a little bit of a slope, but my head will be up that way anyhow. Alright, time to open up the micro camper, and I've been on some really rough roads, a lot of jostling around, so I expect things to be out of whack. Oh, well, the actual bed didn't move, but my mattress and sleeping bag did. That's not a big deal. I can straighten that out pretty good. But my ice chest and my water jug stayed put. That's good. And my chair and my table. It's just the bed situation here. This is why I think everything slides around up here. I may just do away with that after this trip. But the first order of business is to get my shirt on. It was chilly up here. Yeah, this thing here rode perfectly. But because I padded it with this camel packing blanket, I didn't have to worry about any of the parts inside flying around or scratching or even getting anything. My chair. And my little table. Now, where is my box marked personal? First aid, personal hygiene. Oh, that's where my radio is, I think. Oh, and my light for tonight. So I definitely want that. Let me get the ice chest and the water jug out. I don't know how to tell you this, but disaster may have already struck my bear camp. Guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to fill up my water jug. I think I have like 2 bottles of bottled water with me. So I had the presence of mind to grab some heart medicine before I left, but I forgot to fill my goddamn water jug up. Little bottled water over there you saw, and this one, that's all the water I have. Well, worst case scenario, I hunt this evening and tomorrow morning and then go home because I don't have any water. Or best case scenario, I get that water filtration kit out of my emergency gear that I carry in the truck, and which I've never used before in my life, and I go find some water and at least have some for drinking. So I am going to celebrate with my nightly prescription dose of heart medicine. I know a lot of you think I've been faking it and I don't actually take heart medicine. I just drink this part of the heart medicine, but that's not true. There is my heart medicine. And in particular, these two right here. It's 6:30 p.m. prime time. I should be out there looking for a bear, but I don't know. I'm just kind of kicking it here in camp. I don't even know if I'm going to cook dinner tonight. I bought some of these awesome Lance Captain's wafers at the dollar store. They're cream cheese and chives. So I'm having some of them along with my heart medicine, and I got a nice little fire going. So I'm pretty content. I don't really think I'll make it out tonight. There, that's my interior LED light. It came with my LEER 122, pretty nice. Works right off the truck battery. That's a lot of light. Here's my jammies. Camo, of course. Of course, my Glock, I gotta have that. My little microcomputer for my micro camper. I'm gonna be reading an advanced copy of a novel from a writer friend of mine. It's called 4 Days. The one thing you absolutely do not want to misplace when you're back here is your key fob or your key, whatever you have. If you get locked into the back of this thing, up here in the middle of nowhere, up in the mountains, you're screwed. So I'm going to put this right over here. Well, time to call it a night. I read the first 2 chapters of my friend's book, and it is great. Glad I brought it with me. I'll see you all in the morning when we hunt for a bear. Well, I had a great breakfast, and after I was finished and started putting my stuff back in the micro camper, I made the decision just to go ahead and pack up. So I'm on my way to Tub Springs, just up the road here, and I'm going to get some water, and then after that, I'll decide what plan B is going to be. As my 5-gallon jug fills with water, it starts to sink to the bottom of this little tub here. Okay, I'd say that one's pretty full. Now, how the heck am I going to get it out of here? Man, there's some big old trees in here. Singing in the wind. And the Applegate Trail. So we went from Fort Hall, Idaho, and then it split off into the Oregon Trail and the California Trail. So they would have taken the California Trail and then split off into the Applegate Trail, which went all the way over here into the Rogue Valley, and then all the way up to the Willamette Valley. This route offered immigrants an alternative to the perilous last leg of the Oregon Trail down the treacherous Columbia River. They left in early August 1846. Good God! They blazed a wagon trail through 500 miles of wilderness, arriving in the upper Willamette Valley in November. God, I can't even imagine that. I mean, I cannot even imagine it. Blazing any sort of a trail through this. And then following along in wagons. That's just unbelievable. Here's Klamath Falls, and the route came this way. Here's Tub Springs, where we are right here. So the Applegate Trail really continued on and went right past my home, which is right here where the map runs out. Look what this guy had to say. 15 miles over hilly, stony roads through very heavy timber to Mountain Spring. Good wood, water, and grass. Saw several bears. Killed 2 deer. Well-born bison, August 27th, 1853. See, I told you it was good bear country. So I bet when those immigrants reached this point and they found this freshwater spring, they were probably pretty happy about that. Oh, that is really good water. I'm up near Green Springs Mountain, and I just came across 2 blacktail. They're just bedded down in this little meadow. Oh, there's 3. There's another one. There's another one over here on the right. There's 4. There's 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh God, there's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. There's another one. Hi, babies. Hi. How you doing? Yeah, I used to camp right up here and then just hike up the road here a little ways and take that trail. Yep, here it is. I think I just found my new campsite. I'm at a place called Green Springs Mountain, and it's currently cold enough out where you can see your breath. See if you can see this. Well, if you can't, I can. The Pacific Crest Trail runs right by this little campsite here. In fact, this is it right here. And a lot of these backpackers stop here and use this fire ring. Here's some evidence of that. I found these over there as soon as I got to this camp. You can see right over here where they had a small backpacking type tent and they trenched around it. It was probably during the rain the last few days. It's almost 7 p.m. I'm getting ready to turn in. This is going to be my second night camping in the micro camper. And I have a much nicer camp spot tonight. It's really open, it's level. I'm on level ground finally, and I got a much bigger fire tonight, and it's such a good fire I'm even drying out my boots. They got wet today, very wet. This is what I woke up to this morning. Got coyotes right down in the meadow below my camp here. I laid awake all morning listening to the rain pound down. And I couldn't get up on the mountain because it's totally fogged in. That's what it did all night. Just poured. But man, I've got some coyotes right down there. They're probably right out in the open. I might grab my 17 and head down there. See if I can call them in. Couple of final sips. And then head down this trail. When I used to come up here deer hunting in the fall, I'd meet all kinds of different people coming down this trail. I mean, it was just incredible. Clad in their spandex and with their double hiking things and their weird floppy hats and their ultra lightweight gear. And I asked a couple of them, I said, hey, aren't you afraid of an encounter with a cougar or a bear? And they go, oh no. The forest is for all animals, including us. Weird. Not a good spot. Pacific Crest Trail is like 10 feet over there. So I hope none of those goofy trail walkers come by when I'm calling. Just called in a doe. She's running up the other side of the creek over there. It's behind that tree. There she goes. I don't know if you can see her in the GoPro, but right where my finger is. She's right there. Black-tailed doe. She was spooked too. She came running off the side here and stopped and looked around, sniffed the air, and then took off again. Well, at least I called something in. Well, I had an awesome 2-day maiden voyage in my micro camper. Learned a lot about it, but mostly I'm just really pleased with the utility of the whole concept. To be able to pick up and move to different locations in a matter of minutes and have a nice, comfortable little camp for the night or maybe a couple of nights. So the micro camper adventure will definitely continue in the days to come. Oh look, I must have just entered the twilight zone. Some sort of time machine. I swear I just saw Andy and Barney's old squad car pass me. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? Is that a Ford?